What about Hull City then? Are you surprised by the opening half of the season that they've enjoyed, being in the top 6 or 7?
A little surprised, but then again, they won the playoff final. They were in great form at the end of last season. The momentum they took right into the Premier League. I think there was quite a few Premier League teams caught a little bit cold at the start of the season, and that's not in any way, putting Hull down at all, because I think Phil's done a brilliant job, got the points on the board, and now, I think there's no question that Hull, I'm sure, will stay in the Premier League. I think what they're looking for now is as high a finish as they possibly can. So, Hull have done very well.
Exactly how impressed have you been with them? Because they were written off before the start of the season. I think I'm right saying they're the Buckets' favourites to go down. So to not only do as well as they've done, but in the games they've lost at Old Trafford, for example, to show the character and spirit they've done in those games as well. How impressed have you been?
Well, that's the greatness about football, isn't it? That you never can tell what's going to happen in games. Sometimes underdogs are the teams who win. It's what keeps our game so good, and the unpredictability about it. And there's no doubt Hull have been unpredictable with the results this season. They've shocked everybody at the start of the season, but I don't think it's a shock now. I think as the season wore on, I think everybody was expecting Hull to pick up good results, and they have done.
Inevitably, though, with any new teams that arrive in the Premier League, they do endure a stutter. That seems to have happened now. Is that therefore a good time for you to have them at Goodison?
Well, there's no doubt that every team in the Premier League will have periods where it's not the best time for them. The league's so difficult. You can catch teams at the wrong time or the right time, depending on where you are in the season and how the fixtures fit in for you. So, but that's part of it, and that's part of the Premier League. It's a long, hard season. It's not just 2-3 months at the start of the season. It goes on all the way to the end of May this year, and you have to keep going.
And it coincides, of course, with Everton's upturn in form since that defeat at home to Villa. I think it's 6 games counting all competitions now, no goals conceded. What's changed at the back?
Well, I don't think there's anything changed. I think that we've always had good defenders and a very good goalkeeper. I think what we've done now is, we've been consistent. Concentration's high at this moment in time, and I think possibly that game, after it could have gone one way or the other. It was undoubtedly a severe kick where it hurts that game after it. But the players have bounced back, and they've shown a great attitude. They always have done, but their desire to go and win the games and show what they're all about. And at this moment in time, we're playing much better than we were at the start of the season.
And I imagine that's all the more pleasing, is it? Because you've had a few injuries, defenders have slotted into different roles, and still you've kept clean sheets.
Yeah, that's right. But that's the job, isn't it? They're there to do so. But it's also been helped with good performances from midfield players helping protect the back boys. So all round, they've all worked hard to keep clean sheets, and all round we've worked very hard to try and improve the performances.
6th in the table now. I know at the start of the season you said you wanted to finish in the top 6, but you are only 3 points behind Arsenal. Has that caused you at all to reassess season-long goals?
Well, I won't reassess it until we get a bit further down the line at the moment in time. But every game, you have to try and win every game in the Premier League, and who knows where it takes you in the end. We've hopefully this form we're in just now, we can keep it going right to the end. If we do keep it going right to the end, I think we'll get every chance of finishing high up. And that consistency and that level of performance we're getting from the players at this present time, if they can see that through now to the end, well, I'm sure we'll have a good strong finish.
And looking a bit further ahead, obviously with the FA Cup draw, it means Everton will meet Liverpool twice in the space of a week. Fellaini's on 9 yellow cards at the moment. The 10th tomorrow would mean he's ruled out for both of those games. Does that cause you to perhaps have a quiet word with him and say, well,
no, not at all. Maybe a quiet word with the referees. Have a look at one or two of them, but we do the job, we get on with it. He's been a big player for us. He's made a big impact, so we're not going to try and change him too much at this present time.
Just finally, another story that's dominated the news this week. The England cricket team, Peterson and Peter Moyes, obviously have had a rift and both have lost their jobs. Is there ever a scenario you could see at a football club of something similar happening where a captain speaks out against a coach, for example, and it causes that sort of dissension?
Well, being a Scotsman, I'm really interested in your cricket down here, and I would have thought maybe a Scots cricket captain again would be probably what you need. That might solve all the problems. But it's quite good for a Scotsman to see the situation it's in at the moment.
Best of luck this week.
Thank you.